Every empire in history told itself the same story, that it spread civilization, brought order, and created progress. The real story, buried underneath the architecture, the laws, the philosophy, is the account of how many people died to build it. This is the account. Three empires, the real record. The Mongol Empire, the largest continuous land empire in human history, 24 million square kilometers. The conquest that built it killed between 30 and 40 million people. In the 13th century, the world population was roughly 400 million. The Mongols killed approximately 1 in every 10 people alive on Earth, not from disease, not from accident, from deliberate, systematic campaign. Genghis Khan's standing order was simple: offer surrender first. Accept, you live, your city lives. Resist, your city is destroyed, the population massacred, and the ruins salted so nothing grows back. Most cities surrendered on that first order. Baghdad, 1258. The Abbasid Caliphate had stood for 500 years. At its center, the House of Wisdom, the largest library in the world, hundreds of thousands of manuscripts, the accumulated knowledge of the Islamic Golden Age. Hulagu Khan gave Baghdad one chance to surrender. The Caliph refused. The siege lasted 12 days. What followed lasted 3 weeks. Up to 800,000 people were killed. The House of Wisdom was burned. The Tigris River ran black with ink from manuscripts thrown into it, then red with blood. The Islamic Golden Age ended in one siege. The Mongols kept detailed records of all of it. They just called them victories. The Assyrian Empire, modern day Iraq, Turkey, Iran, Egypt. The records are usually complete because they kept them deliberately carved in stone, not to hide what they did, to advertise it. King Arshlepal II documented impaling prisoners on stakes outside conquered cities, stacking heads in pyramids at the gates, burning children alive. Why document these atrocities? Terror was the strategy. If the city heard what happened to the last one, it surrendered without a fight. Then, a later Assyrian king ordered Babylon destroyed so completely he diverted a river to flood the ruins. Babylon, then arguably the greatest city in the world, reduced to waterlogged debris. The Assyrian Empire ended in 1612 BC when Babylonians allied with the Medes and destroyed the Assyrian capital, Nineveh, in one of the most complete military collapses in ancient history. The civilization that had perfected terror as a tool was destroyed by the people it had terrorized. Leopold II and Congo Free State. Leopold II of Belgium never visited his colony. He governed it from Brussels through prophet statements and described it publicly as a humanitarian project. Civilizing the Congo, freeing its people. Between 1885 and 1908, the population of Congo Free State, literally Leopold's personal property, fell by an estimated 10 million. The mechanism was rubber. Leopold's agents set quotas for each village, a fixed weight of rubber each month. If the quota wasn't met, the villagers were burned. To prove ammunition wasn't being wasted, soldiers were required to return the right hand of every person they shot, which led to soldiers cutting off hands of living people, including children, to meet quota without using ammunition. In 1904, a photograph circulated internationally. A Congolese man at the severed hand and foot of his 5-year-old daughter, left by soldiers after his family was killed for missing the rubber quota. The photograph triggered the first major international human rights campaign in history. By 1908, international pressure forced Belgium to take the colony from Leopold. He died in 1909. He faced no legal consequence. He spent some of his Congo profits rebuilding monuments in Brussels, and some still stand. Every empire on this list justified itself in the language of its own time. The Mongols were the mandate of heaven, the Assyrians, the divine order. Leopold was the humanitarian mission. In each case, the story made the cost to others feel necessary. What remains after the story is the count. The numbers are too large to feel, which is perhaps why history keeps repeating the same structure. Subscribe if you want to understand how the world was, not how it was remembered.